the world title, it was purely his double hitting. And he's very, very good at the 80s and 81s and anything like a two-darter. Simon, I think he's got probably the better scoring out the pair, but like you said, Richie Burnett is so dangerous.
These late-night matches have proven to be pretty good. We had Lewis yesterday, we had Barney. What about a classic here, potential?
I don't see it being a rout for either player, and I fancy Simon just because I think he can score slightly better, but with Richie, if you've backed Simon, you can never be sure that Richie's ever going to roll over and have his tummy tickled, because he'll fight.
You're sitting at home thinking, maybe I should go to bed, don't bother. You can go into work a bit late. Wayne Mardle's given you permission.
Yeah, that would be folly to go to bed now. Do not be doing that.
Nigel Pearson and John Party, commentators.
Well, thank you, guys. Yes, this certainly could be a classic, and we did enjoy that last night. That last game with Adrian just squeaking through. I think, though, Burnett is going to have a tough time. It's already looking a little rough, because I think it's since 2010 that he's actually defeated Whitlock in a darts match. So that edge could prove to be vital here. What do you think, Nigel?
Yep, could well be, John. And enjoyed another terrific night here at the City West tonight. And good to see this man again on the big stage, Richie Burnett. Looked as though at one stage his career was well and truly over. And with the help of loyal sponsors and friends, he's enjoyed a bit of a renaissance in his career over the last 2 or 3 years. Semi-finalist here in 2011, Richie Burnett. And a little bit like Ronnie Baxter, who we saw earlier tonight, one of the instantly recognisable characters of the game from, going back 15, 20 years ago as well. So good to see him, but can he kick on after a poor, sloppy start from the Wizard of Oz? That's better.
Yeah, Simon really failed to capitalize on Richie not looking too sharp at the beginning, but Richie, he's businesslike. He's fairly ruthless. He's been around long enough. He's not going to get nervous about anything. He will get upset. He gets wound up, but he doesn't get nervous.
Always good to watch the Prince of Wales, this man, Whitlock. Quarter-finalist last year, 2012 European champion as well. But a slow start now. Burnett could do with a big score here, because if Whitlock comes back with a big number, then there'll be pressure on this fella. That's a good second dart. Needed that good 10-40 for Burnett, the second of the opening leg, and a slack first dart from Whitlock. Well, he's going to be disappointed with this, John. He's going to be questioning where it's gone wrong in his first leg. Much better player, but Burnett looking to take this out.
And he's making it last a while as well. You're taking his time. And perhaps letting the ache of this poor leg sink into Simon. Double 16.
12 score.
And Whitlock so far back, not even on a finish, but can perhaps put a bit of pressure on Richie. But not this time.
65.
It's a poor leg from Whitlock. 32. Starting off with the numerous attempts at a double that he needed. Double 8 now. Richie Burnett takes the first leg.
Richie Burnett, second leg.
Test for Whitlock. Can he get off and running sharpish here? Double 16. Making hard work of this.
Well, yeah, you would have thought he'd come right back in and not worry too much about that first leg, but it's not gone that way for him. Still, Richie needs to make sure of it. There it is. Maintain the pressure on Whitlock. Without maintaining the pressure on a guy who's struggling, you allow him to come out of it.
No score.
And really, they just don't look like they're going to hit.
It's going to be a concern for Whitlock, even at this early stage, isn't it? He's going to be questioning himself. And
140.
Richie with that typical throw where he looks like he's snatching the dart, just throwing it away. Hits the target though. Now Whitlock's away. But he's already well behind Richie Burnett in this second leg.
A little unfortunate there. Grimace from Richie as it slid off the barrel and into the thighs.
122.
Nice adjustment, though. Down to the 19s.
140.
Venomous third dart there.
He's the type of player, Whitlock, isn't he? When he plays quicker, he almost seems to play better. But obviously he's got problems here with this particular format, where in the opening two legs he's struggling to get away. How much does it weigh on your mind, John, when you're struggling to hit the double to get off and running? It must be a major concern.
Well, I did hear him say this week that all he practices is doubles, so that would be very alarming when you can't get the thing you've been working on the whole time. Because where do you go from there? You should be right on the double. If anything, you should have trouble scoring. But, you know, it's the sort of thing he will kick in eventually, but you don't have time to eventually anything in this format.
2-0, Richie Burnett with that double 16, and he has the throw here as well. So if he can hit a double with his first visit on the board, then he could well be looking at a one-set lead. Needs to get away here, down the board. Chance for Whitlock now.
Just a hint of daylight. Wow, it's real. That's a good adjustment. Didn't look like that first dart would help him at all. But just willing the second dart to get in. And Simon Whitlock's a very determined dart player when he plays aggressive. And he's
32.
He's not going to lie down at any point. Well, we say that of so many of the top players. It's common characteristic, shall we say.
Nice from Burnett, much better. First 180 in the game. And it's the Prince of Wales, Richie Burnett, just at the right time. Now he's put the pressure on Whitlock, and what a response!
85.
So in Whitlock's hands here, 6 darts, 5 darts from now, 198. Needed at least the treble, you felt, and yes, he's done that. So he has a fairly good opportunity to try and break on his next visit. And Richie'd be happy with the 180 to leave double 12. Not quite, but that's sure some pressure on Whitlock to keep the set alive.
A lot of pressure, absolutely. Treble 20 would leave double 19 for Whitlock now. Can't find the treble. Now this would be quite sensational if Burnett could take this out.
64.
Can he roll back the years with a vintage display here? 16 would leave double 16 for the first set. Oh, that is brilliant! Richie Burnett wins the first set in some style. 3 legs to 0. No reply from Whitlock. Whitlock's double at the start has proved though tonight to get the better of Vincent van der Voort. This is the final game of the night, and Richie Burnett has romped away into a one-set lead over this man Simon Whitlock, who has gone for the double 13 to get underway.
65.
An impressive first set from Richie Burnett. He did everything right there, John Part.
Yeah, he just went about his business of playing darts, and it worked for him. And he responded well at a couple of key moments there when Whitlock showed signs of life. Very good job by Richie Burnett. Professional darts, as we say.
99.
Now Simon Whitlock has got to respond and show some character, which he's done many times in his career. Richie will be taking nothing for granted, you can be sure of that.
60.
As far as Simon's concerned, he did show some signs of some good form there. And he can draw off that to get the performance he needs now to come back in the match.
Terry Jenkins awaits the winner of this. That's
59.
16, the second round. Best of 5 sets. Tomorrow night gets underway, 7 o'clock. And Mr. Whitlock has hit the big number there, big time. That's his second 180 for Simon Whitlock. Brilliant stuff, and you just get the feeling he's stepped it up a level now, and he's well and truly up for the challenge.
Simon required 36.
Yeah, it's a double 18 here to get this comeback rolling.
Game show in the first leg. Simon Whitlock,
That
second
will
leg,
certainly
Richie to
put his
31st.
nerves at ease. He scored well, his doubles well. And Richie will be feeling a bit of nerves at this point. Does not want to lose holding his throw.
36.
Good third dart, saves it a bit. But Simon, you have a feeling, might just get in a little better.
Went for 10s then, went for 13s, 10s, 16s, didn't get it right. Opportunity here for Richie.
$140.
So good from Richie now. Which way will Whitlock go this time? Started on double 13. He's away.
Yeah. Well, he's throwing with conviction now. Even those first three he missed. There were a lot different misses than in the first set when he was missing. Much better delivery, and he was a little bit shocked when he missed in the first turn here. He corrected that for sure.
60.
And only 60 from Burnett, so Whitlock can capitalize.
96.
That treble 5 won't hurt him too much if he can score 80 with these last two, or even 120. He'll get to a finish. A very good job of that.
135.
Excellent from Burnett. How he would love to see this through in straight sets.
83. Richie require 130.
Treble 18 would leave double 8. Treble 20 for double 5. Tops. That was a fantastic second dart.
90.
Oh, well, he's going to be back anyway. This is great from Burnett. Really playing a lovely leg here.
134. Richie require 40.
Simon making sure he's ready just in case Richie misses his
Game
double
shot
top.
in the second
No
leg.
chance of that.
Richie Burnett.
Composed
Third
dart,
leg,
you'd have to say that
Simon
was.
to throw first.
Just not even a hint that he might miss. The way he approached the board, the body language, everything was good there. And good darts not being rewarded
26.
for Simon. There took him 3 to get in. They were all well thrown right there.
Going tops again to start with here. It's a decent marker, that. He's off and running.
60.
Well, this is a big leg now, you feel, for both players. Oh, lovely darts from Simon Whitlock.
134.
This is the final game of another terrific night of
60.
first round darts here in the Grand Prix here in the City West in Dublin. Always a popular event on the major events calendar.
58.
Richie just looks really good tonight. Just
140.
turned up, the perfect sort of a mood, and prepared, performing at a very good level. I wouldn't say maybe his very best, but certainly close.
140.
It's a great shot of his throw straight at the dart board and our camera. Such a determined figure, determined character, and look at this from Richie Burnett.
140. Simon require
Well, he's putting Whitlock under some
143.
serious pressure and asking the questions here.
$43.
So,
Richie require
Richie
100.
would be happy to have seen that ahead of it. It's treble 19. 62 for this, so probably treble 10. Knows Whitlock's under pressure, so
49.
getting down there is important.
Simon, you require 100.
Needs the ton. Tops.
Game
Brilliant,
shot.
absolutely brilliant. He knows, I did say, didn't I, that that was a vital leg in the context of the match. And Whitlock's reaction, he knows that was massive.
Yeah, and he made up for a really poor score before that turn.
Let's go.
Which, it's always nice when you can atone for a bad effort.
Looks like going to a third set this
66.
last game of the first round. Terry Jenkins taking on the winner. It's better from Burnett.
52. $100.
Whitlock looking good for this set to take us into a decider.
$45.
Richie Burnett will be a little bit disappointed the way this is developing now, John, because he had a fantastic first set. But Whitlock has clawed his way back into this.
And Richie has to keep focused here, even though perhaps he might lose this set. He wants to try and keep that focus for the form because he doesn't want to get into a third set and not be hitting. It's not so easy to switch on and off. He has to do his best, keep his head in the game.
$100.
Well, knowing Simon Whitlock would have been disappointed that he couldn't follow up the treble 20 with another one.
100. Simon, you require 135.
Well, way off the ball there in that instance, but correcting well.
75.
60. And he'll be back. It could cause him some anxiety with a good score. I think after finishing 102
60.
darts, 60 should be
Simon, you require
a
60.
piece of cake for Simon.
Tops to level it at one set apiece to go into the decider.
Game
No
shot,
problem.
the second set.
Good finishing from Simon
Simon
Whitlock. At
Third
one
and
stage,
final
it
set.
looked as though he could have been
Third
heading for the exit
Richie
door.
to throw first. Game on.
The Wizard of Oz has bounced back. Now, deciding set. Burnett, our first time of asking. This is beautiful. Another treble. Oh, magnificent.
60.
Well, yes, that is magnificent. Exactly what he needed to do. Get the darts back into where he wants them to head.
32.
Ooh, what a leg from Richie.
140.
Where's he found this from all of a sudden?
$60.
Down to 61 after 9 darts. He'd have an easy 11 dart leg.
Don't you forget about me, says Simon Whitlock. But Richie looking to take this out. He's got the 25 and he's a double 18. Double 9 now. He just checks and sees that Whitlock's not on a finish anyway.
45.
So he's gone for the 2 to leave double 8.
$140. Richie requires 60.
Double 8.
Game shot.
That was a wise maneuver then.
Richie Burnett.
Richie's
second
thinking
leg.
well,
Simon took group
playing
one.
well. You're getting more of a kind of a guttural effort from Simon, just responding to his poor start,
105.
willing and fighting to get good darts in, and he has several occasions now come up with some good darts to get himself back into it. But Richie, the more composed, cool, professional type in this match, as it's been.
Score.
Real chance of Whitlock now. Brilliant. 3 180s for Simon Whitlock, averaging 85.5. Burnett's on 83.5. Struggling to get away this time. 5 darts.
No score.
Well, it's there for the taking now for Simon Whitlock to level this set, the deciding set of the game.
134.
What Richie will be thinking right about now is, listen, I just have to get a good start on my throw 2 times and hold the throw, and I will win the match. So he will not be too upset at himself with this particular leg.
He's
Cruising here, Whitlock, isn't he, in this leg? Leaves double 16 to level it. 1 set apiece, 1 leg apiece. Well, consolation, that's all in this leg. Now double 16 to level it. Double 8, just up the board. 1 apiece. He's determined, all right. And now this is a vital passage of play. This moment now. Can Burnett get away?
Yeah, he's that sort of big 160 in or 100 in now.
100.
It's funny that each one of them had a kind of a throwaway, meaningless 180 in the last 2 legs. They were that far behind. It'd be interesting to see if a leg is more closely contested this
39.
time.
Disappointing second dart for Richie Burnett. Nice. Well, that's a good 1040. He's a little bit determined here, Simon Whitlock, and he's throwing a lot quicker as well, John.
Yes, and you kind of, I get this feeling now, this is just about must-win leg for Richie. He doesn't want Simon to break him and then have to throw for the match to the mood that Simon's getting into here. That would be a big mistake. So a good answer there from Richie.
135.
Throwing a real pace, Whitlock. Rattling along. It's a good dart from Burnett, though, in response. This would be a great time to fill it up. Settles for the 1040, but still only leaves 80. Whitlock not on a finish now. He looked at it, but decided to stay on the board.
So a single 20 from here for double top. 1 dart to move ahead 2-1 in this decider.
45.
Hold it.
Simon, you require 87.
Whitlock will throw 2 firm darts here, you imagine. It's treble 17 for double 18. 20 or treble. So it's bullseye.
62. Richie, you require 35.
Very, very tense. Double 16 for Richie Burnett. This is a big shot now. Not easy. Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Richie Burnett. Full leg.
Now, Simon Whitlock has to win 2 legs on the trot to survive in the Party Poker World Grand Prix.
106.
Yeah, we saw some real emotion there from Richie, who's been very businesslike, you'd have to say, most of the match. Even when he was winning early on and ahead. He really showed us what it meant, that great adjustment after the first double miss.
52.
So Richie's at least in, so Whitlock will be feeling some heat. Especially with the number of 180s that have come out at times, so
100.
the lead is really going to be safe.
Nice first dart.
100.
Could have done with a second red bit there, Burnett. Now, problems for Whitlock. Can he bounce back with a treble here?
81.
Vital last dart.
Very nervy. Each player with their own agenda, but nervous for different reasons.
43.
Wow. Can Richie pounce on it? That's at least one treble to get to a finish.
47.
Well, that's disappointing from Richie Burnett. Can he hit a treble 20 here now, Whitlock? Well, this is a scrappy leg of darts. A nice recovery with a treble 19.
Richie, in the last two turns, his second dart is so close to being in it. He's just really getting some negative vibes from that.
Topsy needs. Brilliant from Simon Whitlock. So here we go. All about this leg. Look at the determination on that man's face. Burnett has the darts. Can he get away? Has to hit the treble, the double even here. Double 16. Now the door is open for Simon Whitlock, John.
Well, it's too hard to predict.
32.
He'll be happy with that. It's not everything he wanted, but at least he's in. He knows he's got a chance, no matter what Richie does. And if Richie fails to get in again, then Simon will be very happy.
Thank you.
Well, this is a real opportunity now for Whitlock. How he would dearly love another one of the 140s. He's hit 6 of those. Burnett's rattled by members of the audience here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please.
Whitlock's not happy about it either. It's a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, I think he's more rattled by the fact he's been on the wrong side of the wires. And I mentioned it when on the scoring turns, the last two he had in the last leg. That second dart looked like it could have been either with a treble or a single. And that second dart again, right on that double top wire. It's frustrating. And when you have the audience making any kind of noise, that just adds in.
100.
Determined. He's right back in it. Well, Whitlock can't find a treble here. Should be in a much more commanding position.
97.
Needed that last treble. Now, what can Burnett do to respond? Deciding leg for a place in the second round. Great second dart.
100.
Pressure on now.
Oh, great switch down under, as he's known to do. But from Richie's side of things, he'd be happy that it was only that much. What timing? What toys? And he is poised.
What a turnaround! Third 180 for Richie Burnett. Half a dozen between them in the game.
Richie require 120.
Wow, what a last leg this is. Place in the second round on the line. It's treble 17. He's going to go for the ball for the match here now. Oh!